Hey, beautiful ladies, this is Vendi, and you're watching Bloom. So, you guys, I really wanted to talk about why I started Bloom. What's the purpose behind it all? What's going on? What's the purpose behind my new EP that I'm coming out with? I think it's so important that you know the why behind what I'm doing. So, I think in the last few years, I've been going through a lot in my relationship life, and I've been so focused on finding love and so focused on just living just this beautiful fairy tale life that I wasn't so much focusing on purpose, to be honest with you. I mean, that's a clear observation of myself. And I think I went through a really crazy situation, and I hit rock bottom, and the Lord actually really revealed himself to me through that situation. And I remember going to a conference, and a young prophet, he came to me, and he spoke so much life to me, and he told me that God has a purpose and a plan for you. Not like I didn't know that. I mean, I had a gospel group that I had been doing for so many years with my sister. But after we stopped doing that, I kind of was just kind of like wondering, trying to figure out what am I supposed to be doing on this earth? Like, what am I doing? What's next? And I was kind of stuck in that weird place of like, I just got finished doing this, and now I'm not doing anything at all. What do I do now? Like, and if you're not careful with in-between stages, you can get really stagnant and kind of stuck and lost. And I feel like I was more lost as far as my purpose is concerned. And so yeah, I just decided after the prophet kind of spoke a word into me, and it really made me feel like, okay, God, you see me, like you see all of these gifts and these talents that you've given to me. You've been here for me this whole time. I hit this low, but God, you're here even in the midst of my lowest of lows. That really made a huge impact, and it really changed my life. And from then on, the spirit of doubt came off of my life, and now I'm able to function in the 100%. And I don't know if I'm 100% yet, but I'm able to function in my purpose correctly. And that's what the whole point of my EP is it's going through the journey of how I wanted to be so in love, and my whole mindset was like, when I fall in love, it's going to be this, and my life is going to be that. It's going to be so great. We're going to be able to run in our purposes together, and we're going to just be able to be this power couple. And then the second song of the EP is called Gravity, and it's just talking about just like I finally found that person. Life is just so amazing. Look at this, you can do no wrong. And of course, the journey it's going to get so real, y'all. So I'm so excited to release the EP because it tells you really about the journey. It's a R&B EP, but it's so exciting because you're going on the journey from where I was then to where I am now. And I think it's so important to see the process. And I think a lot of people are not being 100% transparent about where their life is. And I'm just the type of person where if I went through it, I want other people to be blessed by it. So yeah, so long story short, sorry to go off on that rant, but I just wanted to be clear with you guys of why I even chose to do an R&B project. A lot of people know that I'm super faith-based on everything, but I think I want to be so honest with you guys far as where I was to where I'm going now, and where I am now. And I'm a storyteller in its true sense. So I'm really excited for you to hear the next song, Gravity. It is going to be releasing soon. So please stay tuned for that. I'm so excited. I was looking for love, but I've ran into purpose. That is my overall mission statement. I was looking for love in a person and people, and I found the greatest love of all. I found the ultimate amazing true love of God, and it's never failing. God is so good. And when you don't have anybody, when you are at your all-time low, God can be in that thing with you. He can literally hold you up. Like, he can literally hold you up when you don't have anything. There were times where I did not have much to live off on financially, and God literally each day gave me exactly what I needed. I was really in a broken emotional state, and God literally, he came in and he healed my life, and he gave me exactly what I needed for exactly when I needed it. And so I just want to encourage you guys with that. That's really the message for today, is wherever you are in life, you just have to be real. Just be real and honest with God, with wherever you are in your life, so God can really come into those dark places and really bring you out. There's nothing wrong with not being perfect. It's nothing wrong with just giving your true, like, this is who I really am, God, and I'm not perfect, but I love you, and I have a heart to serve you, and I just surrender it all, because I'm not perfect, and you didn't create me a perfect person. You created me to be surrendered to you and submitted to you, so you can really change my life. God can change you. He can really come in and change a situation for you if you just allow him to see the clear picture, and you're transparent and you're surrendering everything. I wasn't able to get to the real place of transparency. I wasn't able to get to a real place of transformation until I truly surrendered everything. I had to really surrender everything, and that started with my plans in my mind. You know, a lot of us ladies, we have this life plan, and this life plan that we create for ourselves in time limits. Like, so by the time I'm this age, I'm going to be doing this. By the time I'm 31, I'm going to be having this. I'm going to be a business owner by this age. And I think sometimes, if we're not careful, it's one thing to map out your life and give yourself life goals. It's another thing to try to have control of your life, and you're not giving God the room to do exactly what he wants to do with you. And I know for me personally, I can't talk about nobody else, but what I can tell you what I did, I had a mind of, oh, I'm going to do this by this certain time, I'm going to do this by this certain time, and then this is how it's going to operate. No, you're not God. So so I had to put my hands up and say, okay, God, whatever you want me to do, I'm going to be at that surrendered place so you can really change my situation. I'm going to be at a surrendered place where you can really transform my heart, so you can really transform my mind, so you can really transform the people around me. All things work together for the good of them who love the Lord. And I just want to encourage you guys with that. I also, I don't mean to preach today, but I remember going through that horrible relationship, that horrible situation, and thinking, this is it. This is it. Y'all can, I'm done. And so many people are dealing with suicide. So many people are dealing with these horrible mindsets, and this horrible, they go into depression behind all of these different things that are not even, it doesn't even matter, because at the end of the day, God put you there for a reason. There's a reason why you had to get to this point. If you're at a low, you're there because God wants to get something out of you right now. It's a certain, like, you've got to hear God at a different to a different level. When I was on my knees, and I was literally on my knees, I had to listen closely. I had to be quiet. Everything had to be still. There were nights I was on the floor on my face, and I was crying out to God, and I said, God, I need you. I need you to literally breathe. I need you, God. And he was there. Sometimes when life is going so perfect, it's hard to hear him. It's hard to hear him. Sometimes when things are going smoothly and there's nothing wrong and everything is great, you're not able to, you might not be functioning, or you might not be able to realize, or you might think that you're on the right track when God wants you to be on a whole nother track. If that makes sense for any of you. I know it made sense for me. I thought my life was all good. And until I had a moment of my all-time low, he had to say, hey, you think you good, but you're not. And let me put you on another track, because there is something greater. So if you're going through depression, you will come out, and there is something greater on the other side for you. Period. Like I said in my last video, God is for you. He's not trying to make you suffer. A lot of times we put ourselves in situations and we be looking at God like, why you do this to me? No, God didn't do this to you. You did that to you. You made that choice. And now we're suffering the consequences of the choice that we made. And by God's grace, he will save us and redeem us and take us out of the situation so he can get the glory from it. And so, just to be super loving and transparent with you guys, that's exactly where I was. And if there's anybody out there that is encouraged by this, please leave a comment below. Please reach out to me if you are struggling with anything similar to what I was going through. And it's not even just that. If you're just having a hard time, my inbox is always open. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram. If you need a prayer, I'll pray for you. It's never a time, whether it's 3 o'clock in the morning or whenever. I'll always be open to pray. And my website is the www.thevendiproject.com, www.thevendiproject.com, the official Vendi on Instagram, Vendi on Facebook. Yeah, and I just want to like stay in contact with you guys, and tell me what else you want. So if you want me to do more videos like this, where I'm kind of like just telling my stories, if you guys want me to do bring in some guests, because I have a lot of great friends that I would love to bring in on some advice and just some life coaching, mentoring type of things. I would love to do that. So just let me know what y'all want to see, and I'll give it to you. I love you so much. Thank you for watching Bloom with Vendi. God bless you guys. Have a wonderful day.